Okay, on to the second part of my metal update. And let's start this one by making LJ happy. During the recent record store day, I got my number one wish, which was the Live at Woodstock by Santana, but I didn't get my second wish, which was the Def Leppard EP. So when I didn't get that, I decided to go and buy just some single from Def Leppard, and I went looking for them, and I did find a few of the singles from Hysteria album, but I didn't really know which one to buy. So when I saw this next single, I decided to grab this one, and this is Def Leppard Let's Get Rock Back with Only After Dark, but this is a cassette single. This is only the second cassette single that I have ever seen and I've owned. So yeah, I've said many times that I don't collect cassettes, so I guess this is the first cassette that I have bought since 2002, when I bought the Luck of the Draw by Bonnie Raitt. So yeah, and 1 month later I did find the Def Leppard EP. So yeah, this was a surprise because I found this from a shop that I didn't even know that had taken part in Record Store Day, but they had a bunch of releases there, so this one was one of them, and I immediately bought it. Okay, then after buying We Are Motorhead, it was obvious that I should buy Another Perfect Day, my favorite Motorhead album, which I have had on CD for a very long time, so now it was time to get this one on vinyl also. So now I guess I should buy the Overkill album. Then there is Metallica Hardwired to Self-Destruct. There was a funny thing when this was released. I saw this a drawing on one of the music magazines, and it was titled Metallica fan gets disappointed, and in that drawing there was a guy listening to this album, and he was thinking, what the fuck, Metallica didn't release a bad album. Because as everybody knows, Metallica fans have been moaning about their albums ever since the Load album. So this one has been getting a real favorable reviews, saying that for once they have released a good album. Well, I don't think it's that good. I mean, it's okay, I do like it, there's no stinkers here, but overall, like, really great songs here. Atlas Rise is that's a really good one, and I think it was Halo on Fire, which was also a really good one. But overall, I think this is just a okay album, good album, but it's nowhere near their great albums from the 80s. And then on to the Iron Maiden reissues, Fear of the Dark. This is one of their albums that I've never had or never heard, and this was a surprise to me. I wasn't really expecting anything from this. I just never had any real interest for this. I just bought it because I've never had it. But I like this. I think it's a good album, but to me, honestly, these songs don't sound like Iron Maiden songs. They just don't have that traditional style or form of the songs. They just don't sound like Iron Maiden songs to me. Good songs, but not like traditional Iron Maiden songs. So all the Iron Maiden fans out there, I want to hear your opinions. Do you feel the same way? Okay, then. With this band, I have bought their albums on CD, but when I saw this one on vinyl, I had to grab it. This is Queensryche, Promised Land. Yeah, I have all of their albums. I mean, all of their albums that I do have. I have them on CD. I also have Warning on vinyl, but mostly I have collected their albums on CD. But yeah, I had to get this one, and this one was, I think it was on clear vinyl also. Really good album. I really like that one. Yeah, next one was also a pleasant surprise. Crocus Hardware. This is original Swiss pressing from 1981. Again, I like this one better than One Mice at a Time, which I already thought that was really good. But yeah, I don't think this is as good as a Headhunter, but a good, really good, solid album anyway. And the next one, Ted Nugent, Intensities in 10 Cities. Live album with all new material. This one was a bit odd because when I first listened to this one, I thought that, good album, but why didn't I like it? So I really had to listen to it intensely to realize that what was wrong with it. And it's not the songs. Musically, I like all of the songs here. I think they're good. But it's the vocals on a few of the songs. I think they were My Love Is Like a Tire Iron, I Am a Predator, and Flying Lip Lock, I think they were. The vocal lines are really just like going from point A to point B. There's no it's like a straight line, the vocal lines. There's no working on it, giving highs and lows and twists and turns. They were really just to have a vocal line. So yeah, musically I like this, but a few of the songs could have done with a bit more work. And this next one was a really pleasant surprise because I should check before I speak, but I really don't think that I have found any reissues or new releases from the let's say last 5 years a second hand. So I found this one, and I was really glad to find this because this one has been available all this time. This album was originally released, was it 3 years ago? So this has been available here all the time in 2 different shops, but one shop asks 90 euros and another one asks 100 euros, so I wasn't prepared to pay that much. So this is Van Halen Tokyo Dome in concert 4 LP box set. So yeah, this was really the first one that I have found second hand. So getting this for 40 euros, I found it to be very reasonable, and they come packed in these heavy cardboard boxes, and inside there is a polylined sleeves. Yeah, hardly my favorite Van Halen album, but nonetheless it was great to find it. And then more Iron Maiden reissues. This is Virtual 11. I know many people have problems with Blaze Bayley period albums, but I like this one. I've always thought that this is a good album. But after listening to this again, I have to say that there were a couple of songs, Angel and a Gambler, and what was the other one? Was it Don't Look to the Eyes of a Stranger? A lot of repetition going on, so they should have cut those songs shorter. But other than that, I think it's a good album. Never been too much of a fan of the X Factor. That's why I haven't bought it on these reissues, at least not yet. I haven't decided do I or won't I, but time will tell. But this one goes to Cloudy Middler. I told you, Rock in Rio is my favorite live DVD from Iron Maiden, so when they released this one for the first time on record, obviously I bought it, and I think it's excellent. Really, really good. I've only managed to listen to it once so far, but yeah, really, really great. And what surprised me is that there are, was it 6 songs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 songs from the Brave New World album. I've never been too much of a fan of that album, but here they seem like really, really great. Well, except the Mercenary, didn't really think too much of that one. Not a bad one, but below the bar against the other songs from that album. But yeah, a really, really good album. So, like for me, comparing this one to the Live After Death, it's really great that there's so many different songs, so there's not much overlapping with this one and Life After Death. And then the final one, Dance of Death. Again, I like this one musically, good songs, but there's a couple of songs with the lyrics. Age of Innocence, for example, is surprising because the lyrics are about how mild sentences the criminals get on criminal justice. This one is against the burglars who break into people's homes. Essentially, I agree with Steve Harris, but having a song about that is really odd. And there was some other one, like, I thought that was just as odd, but I think it was No More Lies. But basically, I would have bought this album just for the song Passchendaele, which is about the massive battle on the First World War. And I actually visited Passchendaele 2 years ago. So yeah, I would have bought this album just for that one. But the cover here, I think that this is the worst Iron Maiden album cover ever. I don't like this at all. And it's not because of the picture or the idea of the picture. It's because it's done with the computer graphics. I don't know if this was thought of being as a cutting edge back in 2003 when this album was released, but these look badly dated. And I remember back in those days I saw some videos that used this computer graphics, and I hated those. I just don't like this. They don't look natural at all. They just look awful. I just hate this. I'm very curious to see once I buy the Final Frontier album with it. I like that one even less than this one. But now this is easily, by far, my least favorite Iron Maiden album cover. Okay, as far as the metal album goes, I am finally up to date. There are a lot of singles that I haven't shown, but I'll be showing a bunch of them because I am going to film a third video right now. Okay, thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Bye.